Alright. Let's see. It says I'm live. Let's try and refresh really quick. Hey, there we go. Okay. Let me get up my little Prezi that I do for this. Sorry I'm late, guys. I was, this is my old back door into my old site, so in case you're wondering what I'm doing. I just got home, literally ran from the door down to the computer. So, you're just gonna have to give me 1 second. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I'll just log into Prezi and do it that way. Whoops. Mute that. Let's just go to Prezi. Alright. Buy me. There it is. This is SL3. And mute that thing so it's not going full blast. Hey, Alan. Good to see you, buddy. Who is J-Dog? You're a moderator, but I don't... Mir is here. Man. All the old Woodbridge kids are here more than my students. My current students. I remember, Mir, I will not forget you for a while, buddy. Oh, Javon. Okay. Alright. I didn't recognize you from the thing. Alright. We'll review. It's not gonna be a long review. Give me 1 minute. I just gotta go grab my laptop from upstairs. So I'm glad you missed me, Mir. I hope high school's going all right, buddy. So what I'm doing right now is I'm getting the YouTube channel up on my laptop, so that way I can view your comments without having to keep going back and forth. Yes, I mentioned your dabbing in class, Justin. It's very special. That's the only way I know how to describe it. I'm glad high school's going good, by the way, Mir. And the test is easy, Idris. Okay, YouTube. Sorry, guys. Usually, in the future, if this is your first time doing it, I'd be more set up. But I literally walked in the door, so I'm asking for your patience. Well, I have to do it this time. I teach at Lake Ridge now, Mir. Okay. So here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go through this. We already did citizenship. Getting through that. So, in 14th Amendment, we already talked about this. So 3C, civic duties. All right. Yeah, you're welcome to visit after school. I'll probably be there. I'm also the athletic director there. But let's focus really quick. If you guys like me or any of the Woodbridge guys, if you want to catch up with me, let me do that after the review, okay? Because I want to let people go to bed if they were waiting on me. So what is the difference between civic duty and responsibility? Standing duties are mandatory, responsibilities are optional. So, what happens if you do not do your civic duties? Type it in chat if you're able to type. Not Woodbridge kids. Only my current students. Don't give them answers. Or not. Can y'all not hear me? There we go. Okay. I was waiting for the answers. Spelling doesn't count, obviously. You don't say go to jail. You gotta say it the way Norris said it. It's legal consequences. Legal consequences. Because go to jail is never going to be the answer on the test. All right. It's always going to be legal consequences because you could get a fine, you could get community service. Those are all different types of legal consequences. Okay. All right. That's still good. What's up, Bryson? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Mir and Alan, if you don't mind, like I said, if you guys want to catch up, just wait till after I'm done reviewing, okay? So that way I can keep it focused on the review. So, what's the term before I go to the next thing? If we're talking about responsibilities, they're optional. What's that word I told you to associate with them? Meaning, like, you should do them. What's that word? It's the opposite of mandatory. Does anybody remember that goes with responsibility? It's a keyword. Probably see it on the test. Hopefully you're using your notes. It's not responsibility. There we go. Voluntary or volunteer. Good job. Okay. That's what I was looking for. Voluntary or volunteer. There you go, Bryson. Mir, I asked you to wait, buddy. I will. Don't make me have to kick you out. So we already talked about it. And again, I know my spelling in here may not be perfect, but if you don't do your civic duties, you face legal consequences. So here they are in a nutshell, the four of them. Okay. First one is serve as a witness. Man, my spelling really is bad here. Serve as a witness or on a jury. Okay. They shouldn't have been split up. I apologize for the spelling mistakes. I did this one a while ago. Um, so that one's in your courts. Witness means you saw the event. Jury, making judgment on a case. Obey the laws, pretty simple. Follow the law. Don't drive the speed limit, all that good stuff. Serve in the armed forces if called. When it says if called, what does that really mean? What's the term to mean if called? That means we had to have a what? Yes, Bryson, what's up? If there was a war, but what's that called? Not Law and Order Special Victims Unit. I have no clue why you're saying that, Justin. Good job, Woobit. Draft. Okay, it's a draft. So if there was a draft, it might say served in the armed forces if called. It might say defending the nation. They're the same thing. Okay? So just don't get confused just because the terminology is different. You have to serve in the armed forces if called. Okay? There's no responsibility for armed forces. It's only going to relate to civic duty. And then the last civic duty is pay taxes. So again, I told you guys in class today, a good idea might be just to write down those four on a piece of paper, which I'll let you do. You obviously can't have it down there before, but you can have a piece of paper to write notes on once you start the test. And if you can remember, if you think you're going to forget, write them down. That way you can get started on it. All right, civic duties, and in case you didn't realize, vote is one of them. So here is all of them. Again, I know the spelling is horrible here. I can't remember when I even did this one. It was a long, long time ago. I think I, took it from someone. So, but still my fault for not fixing the spelling. Let's break this down one at a time. So these ones are the voluntary ones, responsibilities. Give me an example in chat. How could you influence a government official? What's one way you could do that? And in case you're wondering, it kind of goes with volunteer and a political campaign. They're kind of the same thing. So how could you participate in a political campaign? Email, letter, those are communicate. That one's going to be more of the communicate. So that's that responsibility. You're communicating with the government official you don't. But, you know, you can make the argument that it also counts as influence. A lot of them will overlap, but I'll make it clear on the test which one is which. That's more of what I was looking for, Justin. When you put a sign in your yard, or when you go to a rally, or when you make cold calls for them, and so on. Okay? Voting, as you already saw, is one of them. Um, Now, this is not what it's going to say on the test. Keep up with the current times. What is that going to say? What word is missing from this? Keep up with the current times. What one is that going to say? It's going to be keeping what? Good job. Good. Keeping informed. That's all I needed. All right. So I told you that was going to be quick and easy. We talked about community service. I kind of already lumped that one in there with it. So that's really it for this unit. The key thing is this. You just need to ask yourself this question if you're confused about it. If I don't do whatever the action is or whatever the scenario is, am I going to face legal consequences? If the answer is yes, it means it is a what? If I ask myself the question, if I don't do this action, am I going to face legal consequences? And the answer is yes, I am going to face legal consequences if I don't do this. What is it? Good. It is a civic duty. If the answer is no, it means I should do it, but it's not the end of the world. If I don't, it is civic responsibility. Now, there are some civic responsibilities I don't have listed here. Again, I wish I could have prepared something better, but I'm just trying to do this really quick. And that would be hold elective office, president, mayor, governor, serve in voluntary appointed positions. The test will be essentially giving you a scenarios. So, for instance, if I were to say to you, you see a cop pulling you over. What civic duty what is being used here? The cop pulled you over for speeding. That's your scenario. What civic duty is going on here? That would be a test question, for instance. You might even have to type that answer in. Good. Don't put civic duty. It's obey the law. If that's easy to you, then the test tomorrow will be super easy. Does that make sense for everybody? There are going to be a bunch of scenarios just like that. Okay? And that's all it will be, is a lot of that. All right, it's already late. We'll do these at 7:30 from now on. I don't want to keep you guys up any longer than I have to. Go ahead and get to bed, all that good stuff. Good night's sleep. I'm going to turn off the stream for about 2 minutes so it'll end. So that way it's not a long video. And then most important thing to study for the test. To be honest, I think if I was trying to do a little cheat version for the test, what I would do is I would study the civic duties really hard, memorize the 4 of them, and that way I know those 4 civic duties and anything else is a civic responsibility. Because there's only 4 civic duties, that's it. Anything else is a responsibility, meaning you should do it, but you don't have to. That would be my way of kind of cheating at it. So, again, I'm going to turn it off. Mir, Alan, all you Woodbridge guys, if you guys want to chat or catch up, that's fine. I'm going to turn the stream off, and then I'll come back in after it's like saved and archived. So if you just wait for like at 9:18, I'll come back. No problem, guys. We're going to do this from on. Oh, wow, Eddie. Man, all the guys are coming back from Woodbridge. Like I said, I'll be right back. I'm turning off the stream now, and I'll be back.